Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Brachakodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone that rule well and taught us this truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Shai's elect, preaching his word and his doctrine in full truth, honesty, and sincerity. All right, I'm the brother Chakam from the Great Millstone Miami camp, coming back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Al Shai to make this lesson. And Lord, wouldn't it be edifying? All right, and the title of this lesson is going to be Depart from Babylon because her destruction is near. All right, depart from Babylon because her destruction is near. All right, and in reference of Babylon, this is talking about America. America, which is spiritually modern day Sodom and Egypt, or another word for America in the scriptures is Babylon the Great, or the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, because when you read Jeremiah, the 51st chapter, which we're going to get those precepts, it talks about the destruction of Babylon. All right, but that's not talking about ancient Babylon. Okay, that's talking about modern day Babylon, which is America. All right, and it's prophetic, it's prophecy that Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai is going to destroy America with those nukes. All right, through those nukes. All right, by the fire. Okay, and as well as the elect being delivered across the four corners of the earth, but primarily Babylon the Great, which is America. Okay, and this place is doomed for destruction. Okay, so the first step in departing from this place, man, is really repenting. Okay, coming back to the Lord, knowing who you are, and accepting that America is going to be destroyed. All right, which these are good news, because when you look at America, the wickedness that it promotes and how wicked society is, and how the Western world pollutes the whole entire world with its philosophies and its customs. All right, the reason why the world is the way it is because Esau Edom is in rulership, but the headquarters of Esau Edom is over here in America. All right, Babylon the Great, which is that whore that rides the beast. All right, America's that great whore. All right, why is it called the great whore? Because it's always in bed with these other nations. All right, America is the greatest #1 importer of all other countries. All right, it leads all these other countries in importation. Okay, but these are the headquarters of Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. All right, so America is gonna get destroyed, man. So we must spiritually depart from this place. We must start putting our hearts, all right, and our minds towards Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, okay, and forsake Babylon the Great. All right, because there's nothing here for us. All right, this is the land of our captivity, and there's going to be a great deliverance, greater than the deliverance of ancient Egypt over here in America, which is spiritual modern day Sodom and Egypt. All right, and we got both Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom here in captivity once again. So this is why it's called spiritual modern day Sodom and Egypt. All right, so we must spiritually depart from this place. Okay, detach ourselves from the westernized mentality, detach ourselves from the customs, all right, from the traditions, detach ourselves from the comfort or the goods that this place has given us. All right, but because our comfort is going to be Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, it's not going to be Esau Edom, it's not going to be America, because those individuals who are giving the strength unto Esau Edom or America, all right, they're going to get destroyed, all right, along with America, okay, through those nukes. Okay, so it's very essential and it's important, all right, as a step towards salvation, to spiritually depart from this wicked society, all right, America, which is Babylon the Great. So we're going to start off with Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. Okay, so we must spiritually depart from this place, all right? Put our minds towards Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, okay, and walk in the faith, okay? Walk and believing in the names of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, all right? Because this place has nothing good for us, all right? When you look at the history of America and how it came about, okay, it's rob, rape, murder, blood spillage, diseases, deceit, okay, wickedness, witchcraft, sorcery, genocide. All right, so this place, the fate for America is destruction, man. All right, it's getting annihilated by those nukes. All right, those intercontinental nuclear ballistic missiles. All right, and as well as the fire from the concentrated, as well as the fire from the chariots. All right, that concentrated fire, man. All right, because this place is polluted. It's polluted spiritually. Okay, when you look at the state of the women, look how they are. All right, these are not women. Okay, these women are completely walking godless. All right, shameless. Okay, men want to be women, women want to be men. Okay, so this place is polluted, man. It's polluted spiritually, it's polluted physically. Okay, you know, the physical part is even another topic we can talk about, because how the wind and the ocean and the trees, everything is polluted. All right, but nonetheless, all right, man, this place got to go. Simple as that. This place got to go, man. All right, the Lord has a great destruction set for Babylon the Great, America. Okay, now let's get the Jeremiah chapter 51. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul, and be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. All right, because Yahweh Shai is coming with vengeance. All right, contrary to what the Christian church got to say, or what these bugged out loony toony Christians say, that the Lord is coming with wings and he's going to hand out hugs and lollipops. All right, that is a damn lie. There's nowhere in the scriptures. Okay, because the Lord is coming back with anger and fury, just how we read about in Isaiah, the 66th chapter, the 15th verse. Okay, to do what? To judge and deliver the elect, starting with the 144,000. Okay, and there's going to be a great judgment. All right, a lot of bloodshed. Billions are going to die. Okay, because the Lord is coming back with vengeance, man, to avenge his elect. Okay, the saints, man, the saints that are calling on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua in these end times. Okay, and those individuals that don't want to repent and want to continue walking in the midst of wickedness, all right, they're going to be part of that judgment as well. All right, and they're going to taste the wrath of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay, because America has not tasted ever a foreign country attack. 9/11 was a little something, but it's never been a military invasion. Okay, but this invasion, all right, is going to be quick, to the point where everything's going to be destroyed within 1 hour. Okay, America, according to the scriptures, it will be destroyed in 1 hour. That's all it's going to take for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to destroy Babylon the Great. All right, verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Right, they drunken not off physical wine, but they're drunken off that spiritual wine. Okay, these are the nations that want to walk and talk and act like Americans, like the Western world. All right, these Chinese, these Japanese, all right, these Arabs, okay, they all want to be like the typical Western person. All right, they want to follow the pseudoscience, and they want to follow the customs and the culture and the ways of life and everything else that falls underneath that. Okay, and what it does is it pollutes their culture, it pollutes their culture, it pollutes their traditions. Okay, women don't want to wear red dresses anymore, and they want to step out now wearing leggings and tiny skirts. Okay, keep reading. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon, verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one unto his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and it is lifted even up to the skies. All right, so that's how serious this is. All right, because this place cannot be healed. All right, contrary to what you bugged out Americans and Jake trying to vote, thinking that another so-called white man is going to be up on that White House, thinking that they're going to change. Well, nothing is going to change, man. All right, nothing is going to change. Nothing has not changed since we've been in this wicked society, since we've been in Babylon, since we've been in America, and nothing's not going to change until Yahweh Shai returns. All right, because these are part of the curses. All right, when you read the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, when you go all the way down, all right, it talks about how no man shall deliver us. Okay, or Salaki, no man shall redeem us. That means buy back. Who's going to buy us back, though? Yahweh Shai. Okay. So Babylon cannot be healed. All right. There is no golden age coming. All right. There is no rebirth of America. It's not going to happen. America had its time and it came and went. And now it's time for righteousness to be established on this earth through Yahweh Shai. It's plain and simple, man. Okay. So this place is out the window. It's done. It's gone. Okay. That's why we started off with that Micah 2:10. How we must spiritually depart from this place and leave it behind and forsake America. All right, because America is doomed for destruction. Babylon the Great is doomed for destruction, man. Let's drop down to verse 55, and then we'll close out. It's going to be a quick one here. This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 55. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 55. Because the Lord Yahweh hath spoiled Babylon and destroyed out of her the great voice. When her waves do roar like great waters, a noise of their voice is uttered. Because the spoiler is come upon her, even upon Babylon, and her mighty men are taken. Every one of their bows is, and one of their bows is broken. For the Lord Yahweh, the Most High of recompenses, shall surely requite, and I will make. And I will make drunk her princes and her wise men and her captains and her rulers and her mighty men, and they shall sleep a perpetual sleep and not awake, said the King, whose the name is the Lord of hosts. Right, man, because America is going to be in a state of confusion. All right. America is not going to be as mighty as it once was. Okay. And it's not. You're seeing it now. All right. We're seeing how these rulers of America is becoming a shit show. All right. America is becoming a clown show, man. All right. So that wisdom that once and that great influence and that fear that America once had, all right, in reference to these other nations, all right, how these other nations feared America, is no longer there anymore. Okay. And we see that how it happened and everything transpired with the war in Iran. All right. Iran beat the Americans' ass, man. Okay. They tried to do an invasion and they couldn't. All right, because America is not what it used to be. All right, this place is waning, it's circling the drain. Okay, and it's on its way out. Verse 58, thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and her high gates shall be burned with fire. And the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire, and they shall be weary. Okay, so America is going to get destroyed by that fire, man. Okay, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai is going to destroy America with that fire. We're going to end off right here with Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire and his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury. All right, so the Lord is coming back angry. He's not coming back to make friends and hand out hugs. Okay. He's coming back with fire and to judge immensely and to deliver immensely as well. Okay. And his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord Yahweh plead with all flesh. That word plead goes into judge. And the slain of the Lord Yahweh shall be many. Okay, so that is the judgment that's coming, all right, to America, Babylon the Great. All right, there's going to be a great destruction and a great judgment that's coming to America, man. So it's very important to depart from this place, man. Okay, because Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is not coming on a weak game. All right, he's coming with full force and a conquering God power. All right, he's coming as a God. Yahweh Shai is coming as a God. All right, the scripture says, I shall not meet thee as a man. Okay, so he's coming with anger and he's coming with mercy as well. All right, to who? To the elect. Okay, but the elect, what are they doing? They're spiritually departing from this place. All right, and they're putting their faith and their trust in Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai and not in Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, or America. Okay, so that's all I wanted to get, man. You know, no wouldn't this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Rachakodash. On to the next one. Shalom.